been a long time coming, but officials with the Dr. Margaret Savage Crisis Center in Cold Lake are finally able to announce the opening of Joey's Phoenix House. This will be used for transitional housing for abused women in the Lakeland area. Fraser Snowden has more.
We have been fundraising towards this program for almost 10 years now.
Officials from around the region came to celebrate the opening of the new building. Through tearful eyes, the executive director of the center, Susan White, was overjoyed with the housing finally opening its doors.
So it's exciting for everybody, and especially for the families who are finally getting that chance.
The new housing will allow 8 women to stay for up to a year. Former executive director of the center, Joey Deary, came up with the idea of the house in the 1980s. She passed away in 2011 from a terminal illness. However, her husband says he couldn't be happier.
Well, I think it's a big satisfaction for not just myself, our family, and probably a bigger satisfaction for those people who are in need of that additional transitional housing.
Through a security access elevator, Joey's Phoenix House sits on the upper floor of the new Habitat for Humanity housing. Funding comes from a number of sources, but not the government. MLA Genialescu says this should change.
It's something we don't have enough on, and it's something the government should get involved more in. And I'm hoping to bring the plight of having second stage housing.
More than 8,000 women and children used the services of the Dr. Margaret Savage Crisis Center. In Cold Lake, Fraser Snowden, Newcap News.
The Lloydminster District Co-op is celebrating its 100th birthday by honoring the company's past. A special centennial mural was unveiled today to a group of longtime members of the co-op. Hanging in its new home at the co-op marketplace, it tells the story of the company's growth since it first started in 1914. Now, former manager of the co-op for more than 20 years, Leon Doucette, says it's a great tribute.
You have to have that. You have to recognize the people, and as the younger people come in, they have to be proud of the organization.
CEO Don Stevenson says the Centennial Mark is special as corporations celebrating their 100th anniversaries are dwindling.
The whole idea of member ownership, of members belonging, of members having a piece of this pie and sharing in the success of the organization helps us, certainly is critical.
The co-op will continue to host centennial celebrations in the city throughout the year, ending with their gala event in November. Well, the Lloydminster Chamber of Commerce is once again making an impression with other Alberta chapters. Pat Tenney walked away with the Alberta Chamber Executive of the Year Award for 2014. Now, the award was handed out at the end of May in Fort McMurray and voted on by her peers. This is the second time Tenney has received this award. She won it for the first time in 2008.
I think perhaps because I was really involved in the advocacy effort this year for our chamber. We had 4 policy resolutions that we presented to the Alberta Chamber, and it takes a lot of work.
Tenney is quick to thank her peers, saying this wasn't an individual effort.
An executive director is only as good as the staff that you have behind you and the board that works really hard for the chamber. So I think what it says is that we have a really strong chamber and a really healthy chamber.
The award is handed out to those who are actively involved in the Chamber Federation and their community.